My name's Kayla, and this is Cinnamon the Score Bunny, and today we're going to do an in-depth review of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I will be avoiding spoilers as much as possible since I know some of you out there probably haven't beaten the game yet. I mean, some of you might not even have bought it or started it, so yeah, no spoilers. Other than that, we're going to be spilling all the tea ever about these games to ultimately answer the question, are Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl worth playing? To do this, we're going to answer 5 questions. 1. Is the story interesting and engaging? 2. Is the art style reflective of the overall themes? 3. Is the gameplay appropriately difficult and engaging? 4. Are there fun things to do after the main story? And 5. What impact will these games have on the franchise as a whole? Okay, question 1. Is the story interesting and engaging? I would say yes, but with one caveat. Pokemon BDSP has the exact same story as Diamond and Pearl, so if you still remember the story of those games, you might not get as much out of these ones. However, if you've never played Diamond or Pearl, or you just don't remember the story of them, like me, then maybe it's a good idea to pick up these games and experience the story for yourself. Aside from a few, the characters all have interesting and unique personalities with quite a bit of depth. Professor Rowan is both gruff and stuffy, but also caring and curious. The main character's mom actually has a backstory and doesn't just stay home all the time. Their rival is a bit of a caricature, but hey, at least he has an actual arc. Many of the gym leaders in Elite Four are memorable, with Maylene, Volkner, Flint, and of course Cynthia being standouts. And of course there's Team Galactic. The political statements behind their story are almost more true today than when the games originally released. I'm not going to go into this too much here because I know politics are a very heated topic, and because I definitely need to go into spoilers, but if you want me to do a whole video breaking down the political messages behind BDSP, let me know in the comments. But yeah, even though the story is unchanged from the originals, it's still very good and very relevant. On to question 2. Is the art style reflective of the overall themes? And this is mostly a no for me.
It's definitely a no for me, though.
While the chibi art style is cute and allows the games to be scaled exactly like the originals, it doesn't mesh well with the darker themes in BDSP. It wasn't as jarring as I expected it to be going into the game, but it was still a very odd choice. Also, Sinnoh has some absolutely breathtaking geography, but the limitations of the camera made it difficult to appreciate the region for all its beauty. I frequently found myself moving the right joystick to try to better see what was around me, but of course, nothing happened. Some people might say that this is because they'd have to render everything in full 3D to do that, but that's actually not true. In Animal Crossing, you can move the camera up, but the models for things like trees and houses don't have rendered backs. This was sad because despite being chibi, a lot of the environments in BDSP still looked really cool. There's also no option to zoom in except in Amity Square, which means that I can only get close-up pictures with Pokemon the game deems cute. Sorry, Riolu, you're still cute to me. The art wasn't all bad though. The backgrounds during battles were quite beautiful, though there were a lot of glitches and weirdness with things like shadows flickering in and out, trainers flickering in and out, and everybody being able to walk on water for some reason. I honestly feel bad for Ilka because based on early concept art, they did not want this game to be chibi. It seems like they were actually held back from making the game that they really wanted to make. If you want more detail on that, I'm going to leave a link in the description to a video made by my friend Jonny. Moving on to question 3, is the gameplay appropriately difficult and engaging? This question is a lot more difficult to answer. On the one hand, all of the boss characters have EV trained Pokemon with held items and type coverage and pretty good AI. I actually lost to Maylene the first time I fought her. That doesn't usually happen for me. Granted, I was doing a mono-type steel run and she's a fighting type gym leader, but still, the Elite Four were also extremely challenging. I definitely underestimated how tough they'd be going in, but fortunately I bought a ton of healing items, so I managed to just barely win. That being said, there are a lot of trainers in this game, and the encounter rate for wild Pokemon is extremely high. With the EXP share always being enabled, I never felt the need to fight wild Pokemon because I was already over leveled just from all the trainer battles. I found myself using repels a lot more than normal. This was kind of disappointing disappointing because it meant that I didn't get to catch a lot of the wild Pokemon. I'm gonna have to go back and find all the ones I missed. Which leads us into the post-game, aka question 4. Is the post-game fun? Yes! If you're the type of person who likes completing the Pokédex, you'll want to go through the routes and find anything you missed, especially if you were using repels like I was. Also, some Pokemon aren't available until the post-game, so now's your time to catch them all. Through Gen 4 anyways, because Gen 5 and beyond aren't included. Additionally, there's the Grand Underground, aka one of the most addictive features Pokemon has ever included. Pokédex completionists can hunt down some of the hard-to-find Pokemon down here and even tailor which Pokemon will spawn using their secret bases. That means mining for statues, which is way more fun and strategic than I thought it'd be. It also means searching for Digletts. Pro tip is to play with friends if you can, because you share all the Digletts that you find, making it a lot easier to find all 40 and dig up shiny statues. I have legit spent so much time exploring down there. It's so fun! For people who are into competitive like me, there's the Battle Tower with both singles and doubles. There you can trade battle points for all your competitive battling needs, including natures, EVs, IVs, TMs, and held items. I'm grinding through that right now and loving it so far. You can also rematch the gym leaders in Elite Four, and they're even tougher now. Think I'll need to use a legit competitive team to take them down. Maybe even multiple competitive teams based on their types. That's a super exciting challenge. Plus, there are a ton of side quests and BDSP. Like, I literally just got a text from my friend that she found a haunted house, which is something I totally missed during my playthrough. Fortunately, these side quests are still available after you beat the game, so you can go back and check them out. I haven't even gotten to Romana's Park yet. No, I mean, I literally haven't gotten there because you need special items to do it, but I mean, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, the post-game has a ton of content and is so fun. Finally, let's talk about the impact BDSP will have on the Pokemon franchise as a whole. First, the bad. Because these games are entirely faithful to the originals, they added nothing to the lore. While this might be common in other games, Pokemon remakes have always expanded upon the lore. Fire Red and Leaf Green gave the gym leaders and other characters a lot more depth, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver did the same, but even more so. Let's Go incorporated Mega Evolution, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire did that too, and added an entire post-game episode that included the biggest lore drop in all of Pokemon. The fact that there is no new lore is extremely disappointing considering the precedent set by other remakes. Okay, now the good. The fact that they're releasing BDSP so close to Pokemon Legends Arceus makes me hopeful that the details in these games will be relevant to the prequel. However, we don't know this for sure yet, so for now, things are kind of up in the air as to the relevance of these games. Now that we've gone over all these questions, how would I rate Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl? Well, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It's definitely not as polished as other Pokemon games, and the choice to make things chibi felt off, as did the lack of new lore. That being said, because I didn't fully remember the story of Gen 4, I still had a lot of fun playing Brilliant Diamond. I think I'm going to have even more fun with the post-game because there's just so much to do. So yeah, depending on what you're looking for from a Pokemon experience, these games might be worth checking out. Have you played Pokemon BDSP? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Bye!